For Krima Media's Polity, I'm Sane Dhlamini. Newly elected Ekurhuleni Mayor Mzwandile Masina joins me to discuss his mayorship. You were born in this city. ANC has entrusted you with the mayoral position. What does this position mean for you?
Well, it's very less to do with me, but more to do with the program of the ANC. We have been given an opportunity as a collective to lead the city, to deliver better services to our people. So we are committed to implement the party policy to ensure that the lives of our communities here are turned around.
This city is also known as the workshop of Africa. How will you use your recent experience as Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry to build on this legacy?
Well, what is important to note is that we've already conceptualized a 10-point plan anchored specifically by revitalizing manufacturing that is ailing in our city. We think that those capabilities must be built by us together with the team, working together with the private sector. But over and above that, the issue of township economy has become very critical. And thirdly, the issue of using state procurement, public procurement to support SMMEs is another area of work that we'll be doing. And lastly, we'll be implementing our Aerotropolis master plan as part of the 10-point plan. So these are the issues that we'll be doing. So all that comes very handy from the experience from the DTI.
How does this Aerotropolis plan fit into this reindustrialization vision?
Well, the Aerotropolis is about freight and logistics. Using our proximity to the international airport, we are building capabilities in that space. So the plan is now in place. We'll be taking it through council so that we are able to build industries, in particular around freight and logistics within the city of Ekurhuleni.
How does tourism fit into your vision, and how does the revamp of Germiston Lake fit into this?
Well, tourism remains important. We are looking into different strategies on how we can promote tourism. Amongst the many things we are doing, we are beginning to see how can we use, for instance, the house that we've acquired now of Sane to promote tourism in our area. So we'll be looking at a range of other strategies, in terms of the future that we would want to see. We would want to see another Vilakazi Street emerging from our communities, and that will require a cooperation between ourselves and communities for them to be able to open up and be able to build a retail and entertainment industry in the city. So these are the issues that we're looking at, but we are far behind as the city. With regard to the Germiston Lake in particular, our view is that we will be building a precinct where all our employees over the next 5 years, where all our employees will be around the area. So we think that there is an opportunity for private sector to consolidate. We are ready to make that land available to private sector to consolidate restaurant and other places of entertainment, tapping into the 17,000 workers that we have here. We think that the opportunity will be great, but also we've not really seen the high-end restaurants in our city, and we think that opportunity do exist in the area like Germiston Lake that we can have such, but those can only be developed by the private sector. So we continue to encourage private sector to play their active role. We will also ensure that we show investor confidence by ensuring that through a PPP we build a precinct here where all our workers will be under one roof.
Ekurhuleni is the only metro without a university. Given your reindustrialization ambitions, do you think you should rather become the center for artisan training?
Well, no skills replaces one another. There are lots of artisan programs that we are running as a city with our TVET colleges and so on, but it does not replace the formal learning. We don't want to produce only artisans. We want to produce academics too. We want to produce other skills. So we are not accepting the fact that we are the only metro without a university. So that has become very important to us. We know that it is not our competency, but we are making certain commitments as a city, including ensuring that suitable land is made available. But the national government, the investor community must come on board to ensure that we expand our area and have the university. We already have TVET colleges in our area. We have private providers that are consolidating. We have a number of government programs for artisans. So we think that we are doing well in that area, but the university is important that we can bring it to life.
During your door-to-door campaign for the recent local government elections, what emerged as the most pressing concerns you feel needs to be addressed in Ekurhuleni?
Look, the issue of growth and jobs were central. The issue of crime was another issue that the communities were raising, and the issue of housing. Those three were three main priorities, hence our localized manifesto began to respond to those issues in greater details. What we are presenting for the 100 days, for our annual plan for our 5 years, does speak to what communities are looking for. So we are convinced that we've been able to respond positively and institutionalize some of the areas that are critical that our communities have raised. So we are confident that we should be able to satisfy the mandate of our people.
That was Ekurhuleni Mayor Mzwandile Masina speaking to Crema Media's Polity about his mayorship.